from that subscriber, and I just wanted you to take a look at it with us, Wayne.
All right. Let's see what you got.
All right, let's slow this thing down. You see that?
Let's see. I get a condensed screen, brother.
All right, let me redo it again.
All right.
That's not too. Okay, that explains it. Here we go. Sorry, Wayne.
There we go. Now I see it. Yes.
Right?
Yep, I see it now.
I'll go back to the beginning of the phenomenon and I'll step you through it. Okay.
All right.
Check this out, Wayne.
Holy crap.
So that's where it starts at 11/16/1609.
Yep.
Comment away.
Well, all right, stop right there. All right, so you see the disc. I'm going to call this the brown dwarf. I want you to see it's directly center right in the camera. I watched it starting its transition from the left. This thing is rotating, whatever it's coming through, because you could see if you go back 3 frames, you'll actually see it over on the left, I believe. There, see it?
Yep.
So it's actually either it's coming into full view of the camera or it's actually a rotating mass.
Yeah, like it's shot from left to right.
Yeah, do you see that?
Yep.
You know, Mr. Olson, I'll just put it to the listeners. This is one of these old crap moments. This is no lens flare. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, I think, the destroyer. I could be wrong, but I think that this is not an aberration of the camera. So what do you think, Steve?
Of course it's not an aberration of the camera, but it's so profound that I'm still trying to absorb it.
Yikes! You see?
That's the frame that just makes me go, what the heck?
That's the one I'm really scratching my head on, because we're seeing it as, you know, now it could be an aberration of motion, but it looks.
The line that comes up here, Wayne?
Look at that.
Yeah, that's coming off an object.
So I think that's a Birkeland curve.
I think you're right. And so now, here's the thing, guys. Listen to me. We're showing you this not to freak out, okay? We're showing you this because we want you to be aware of how intense things are getting right now. Now, this is a great time if you feel anxiety, and we're showing you this because we're a truth-telling channel, okay? But this is a great time for you to just sit down, meditate, and get to a place of peace. Okay?
Yes, yes.
Use a clear head with this stuff. This is not to panic. This is for us to say, okay, all right, things are accelerating a little bit. Let's keep an eyeball on this. Now, we already kind of suspected that we were going to have the anomaly coming in from Jupiter to Venus kind of trajectory. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say this, but we felt like it was already past Jupiter.
We told everyone months ago that we felt that this was well, listen, I think, Steve, we knew that it was out there between Jupiter and Saturn. So can I ask you, do us all a favor? Let's go to SolarScape and let's see where the satellite is so we can get a perspective of where we're looking at in the solar system. I mean, that would help me immensely if I can get an idea of where the camera was looking.
Yeah, and let me give you a view of that real quick.
Do you think that would be helpful? Because I know it would for myself.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So, remember, this thing is going to be huge, right? So if it's sitting over here somewhere, okay? Let me just zoom out a little here, right? So what we were suspecting was that it was inside the orbit of Jupiter already, somewhere. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we were seeing directionally that Neptune was our fixed object, and Venus has been constantly in the view of that camera because it's 90 degrees relative to where this thing sits. So here's the satellite right here, okay? And it's looking, and I'll give you the right perspective because we're below the ecliptic, right? Like this. And what we're seeing are like the planets that I would expect to see. I see Mercury coming out. I see Venus. So that's the side of the camera you're looking at. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go back to today.
Can we go back to 2007, please? That way I know at least.
So here's that spacecraft sitting here. I reversed it. Well, that was November 2007 there.
Sorry, this is today.
This is November 2007.
Okay.
Well, that's going to be very slow to do it that way. There we go.
There we go.
And that's where we're sitting right now. That's what we see. So I'm suspecting that what we have is this. So everybody's saying that the Earth is going to rotate. Let me show you how the Earth rotates here, okay? And we'll go in days. So we think this thing's coming up like this, right?
Yeah.
Over in here somewhere, okay? And we're suspecting it's going to come around like this.
So on November 16th, the camera was looking out by Neptune, is that correct? And Saturn?
Yeah. So
we had Venus in the frame. We had Venus in the picture, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's always in the picture because we're at 90 degrees to the Earth.
Okay.
That's why it's been hanging in the view so much. And remember, we're in the inner solar system, so we're only going to see these planets, okay?
So this could be, well, obviously, is it by Mars? Is it eclipsing Mars? Is it in the asteroid belt now? Is it still in the outer solar system?
Well, and this is a call like to the researchers out there. Let's see what we can pull together, guys, from the 16th on other corroborating pieces of evidence. Now, the one that got us going this morning was a picture from Paris, France, the Eiffel Tower. We put it on the previous video. I can't grab it right now. It's not right in my fingertips. Well, maybe it is. Just a second. Not that one.
I want to play this and again one more time as well, because I tell you, I want to completely blow away those who are going to try to say, and don't dare say lens flare, guys. That's an insult to your intelligence. Not ours, yours. You
right.
know
Well,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what was happening on a radio show last night. Scott Sione and I had a radio show with Bad Baby last night, and we kept having these debunkers that are part of this little group keep breaking in and breaking down the muting buttons and interfering with us, and they are working so full tilt boogie to discredit us right now, Wayne. It just makes me think that
I don't understand why even waste your energy doing this. I mean, number one, no one gives a crap if you're not on the whole station, on the channel. Why even be there? I mean, are you that miserable that that's the core existence? Look within, man. Listen,
yeah, and that's what I keep trying to tell. I told like Dave, the cameraman down in New Zealand, we were worried about him during the earthquake. I don't hate him.
No. Man, if our species would get our proverbial butts out of our butts, our heads up our butts, and realize the fact that, man, it's not just because you're breathing air, you're not my enemy. You're part of my species.
Right.
I'll tell you what, guys, we've got to get that through people. Well, Steve, this is, how shall we say, a little alarming?
More than a little alarming. But see, again, we've been watching this, so we've had a chance, to deal with and work through our fear, right?
Yeah.
And let me tell you guys, as a side note, one of the really main purposes for this channel, I'll tell you right now, is that we're trying to make it so people are not caught off guard.
No.
That's that's like, if you wanted to say what was the fundamental root cause of why you did this, I don't want to see people go blindsided, because the first time I saw one of these planets with my own eyes, Wayne, it took me 3 days to recover.
Well, it's a shock to the core. That's what it is.
It's not only real, but it's real in your face, and then you're like, okay. But the reason I say that is because you can overcome that fear, you guys. You can do it. You can do it. And all it takes is for you to get peaceful, relaxed, and let that fear drain out. And then what's left should be peace and love. Okay? I promise you, that's how it works.
Yeah, there are techniques that you can do. You know, I always point to people who say, well, you know, you guys are getting off into the metaphysical part and you're really getting out there new age. Nah, let me tell you, let me dispel something right now. There is no such thing as new age.
No,
That's nonsense. But professional athletes are taught self-visualization techniques. And you can see the top, the very elite, they discipline this mental technique. And it's available to everyone. And when I see that, Steve.
Oh, sorry about that, Wayne. That was my Siri busting in. Go ahead.
That is, this is alarming. I mean, it's not alarming. It's sobering. It's sobering. That's what I'm going to say.
So I just wanted to let thank you, Wayne, for coming on and looking at this important footage with us today. I love you and appreciate you. And you will be getting the updates from the road from us like we promised. And thank you for being one of the people I'm accountable to.
Hey, Steve, thank you for what you're doing. Ron and those who are with you. Good success when you go up there. May you be greeted with warm greetings, and I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all report.
Great.
This is a new day for WSO. Steve, you're growing and you're expanding out, and I think that this is a sign of, I think, your maturity. I think the professionalism that you have brought to WSO, and I'm looking forward as you continue to grow with the channel. And the new website, by the way.
Right on. And we just did an announcement on that in case you missed that previous announcement, everybody. We had an email glitch last night. We fixed it. The emails will be going out over the weekend, and the site will be live on Monday.
Well done, my friend. I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of us are.
Yeah. And again, it's frustrating for folks. I know. And I wanted to tell everybody, thank you for your patience. I know it can seem weird because we're out there trying to build this site. You have no idea how much work it is. And I get that. And we think we're going to have something done on a certain day. It's just common in IT launches to have these kind of things. And I just wanted to let you know, Wayne and I both have done a lot of IT projects. This is normal. Once we get this thing up and it's running, you'll forget all about it.
I ask everyone, did everyone just get on the bicycle the first time and just zoom right on down the street? No. Software, websites, they're like children. They don't always do what they're told.
All right, we're going to let you go way back to your day. You're awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.